Hi everybody, I'm back to do the flip through on my personal journal that I'll be using this year. A few of you did express to me that you would like to see a quick flip through on this one. Before I get started, let me just tell you I didn't really embellish this one at all. This one, because it's for personal use, I just figured I'll do that as I go. I have the habit of, when I journal, I tape, glue, and staple everything but the kitchen sink into my journals. So I don't like for my journals to be fully embellished before I even start using them, because then sometimes I can't put things where I want them. So I'll just do that as I go along. You know, of course, all my journals you've seen me, I've done, you know, significant amount of embellishing to those journals, but that's because those are, you know, custom orders. A lot of people that order journals from me are people that don't actually make them themselves, so that's why I do that on those ones. But for my own personal use, I'll do it as I go. There's not even any stamping in here, so I'll do a quick flip through. It'll be really fast, and if anybody has any questions, of course you guys can leave your questions in the comments section below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. So I did do just the daisy runner stitch again. You guys are probably tired of seeing me do the same old binding. I promise I do use other binding methods. This is just probably my all-time favorite. I love how tight it keeps the pages in. It's nice and clean. The book lays flat. You know, when you open it up, you don't have any there's not any interference as far as, you know, rings or anything like that. So I really, this is for journals, this is really my preferred method of binding. On the front is it's just covered with craft cardstock, and I did ink around the edges with some vintage photo. And obviously you all know that I never really get around to my covers, so that's why there's nothing done here. I'll finish it at some point. And actually, this is actually really good for me because I take my journals with me everywhere. I stick them in my handbag. So if I have a journal that's, you know, embellished with all kinds of goodies on the front, and I'm taking it in and out of my purse or my bag all day long, they just start getting all mangled and ripped and torn off. And so it's just easier for me to, you know, when I have one that I'm hauling around, if it's, you know, on the bigger side like this, it's just easier for me to wait until I'm done using it, and then I'll go ahead and embellish it and put it away. So in the front cover here, I just fashioned a pocket, and I used the Distress Doily die by Tim Holtz to do that there. There's a little coin, or I'm not quite sure what kind of envelope this is, coin envelope, policy envelope, I don't know what these are called. They're like the ones that you get your money in the bank. So, and that's just empty, there's nothing in there. And then I've got a little piece of stationery, and this one I just cut, trim the edge with the on the edge dies by Sizzix. And all the paper in here is coffee stained, so a lot of the paper that I did stain in here didn't come out really dark. The coffee staining didn't take real heavily, and I'm okay with that because I wanted the book to still be pink. I love pink, so, you know, I like muted colors. So, you know, as long as it's not like a super vibrant pink, like a hot pink or anything like that. But, you know, the pale pinks I really, really love. So I was happy that it didn't, the coffee staining didn't, you know, turn out too heavy or too dark, because you can still, the pink still shows through really nicely. So I've just got a couple of stars up here stapled onto the page with some fibers behind it. You see, I do that on practically all my journals on these pages here. So I think it looks really pretty. Got a little stamped image here, and it's just on some craft card. And I did ink this one. I don't know if that's showing up or not, but I inked it with some Victorian velvet and vintage photo. Just got a ribbon and a little heart punch there on the paper clip. Isn't that paper so pretty? And just put some banners up there. Just an empty envelope. There's nothing in there, and that's just a button on a paper clip. Hope you guys aren't disappointed with this one. This one's kind of plain Jane. Aside from all this business I've got going on over here, but there's not really any, you know, it's not heavily decorated, so. I don't think I even really have any pockets in this one. You know, I've got the little envelopes and these little tuck spots and stuff like that, but I don't believe that I made any, I don't have any pockets in here. It's another piece of stationery here. I don't think I did any stamping on this one. I think this one's just, yeah, it's just blank. I know that the pages aren't stamped on, but I do have a couple of little, you know, tags and stuff in here that I did stamp. There's another little text spot here with that stamped image. Oh, there's a tiny pocket. There's a little mini pocket. I've got a couple of tags there. Again, here I just threaded some ribbon through the edge of the page here. I think that's a nice little element to your journals. Isn't this paper delicious? I love it. There's the infamous film strip. I think I put that in all my journals too. Love that bird image. And here's just another little card made out of craft with that little antique camera stamp there. Just a little tuck spot. And just so everybody knows, I got this idea, actually, I've seen a couple of people do it, but the one that stands out most in my mind is Rachel Jazzy Creations. Hi, Rachel. I love your albums, all your journals and stuff. But that's where I got this idea from, doing these doilies and the book paper and stuff. I've seen also Marianne Kensington. She does it in her books as well. But that's where I got that idea from. Little Miss Rachel. An empty envelope. Here's another little tag, and a lot of my tags, I just draw my own journaling lines on there. It makes it kind of fun. Not everything has to be perfect. It gives it character, girls. Just another little empty envelope. And another tag, and that's, I think this is a Martha Stewart punch, this little bow here. And then again, I just drew some little journaling lines on there. There's another stamped piece of craft card. I love that dragonfly stamp. I think it's so pretty. There's that camera again. Just blank on the back. And another button on a paper clip there. So this one's got plenty of room for writing and pictures and all the junk I'm going to stuff in it. Trust me, it's a lot. You guys would crack up if you saw one of my finished journals. Just another empty envelope. And we're nearing the end. And there's an envelope here for me to put some stuff in. I'll probably decorate the envelope with tags because that's usually what I do. I'll do a little bit of layering. The one on the back, I'll put a little bit of layering with some tags and stuff. But it's open in the back here behind the envelope, and then in here. And usually what I stick in here in my own personal envelopes is I make I'll make tags out of acetate, and I wind all kinds of different washi tapes on the tag, and I'll just stick it in here. That way whenever I want some washi tape to stick something in, I've got it in my book. And that's how I do that. So this here, I keep this with all the journals that I make. It's just a template for my binding. And I always keep it with the books. I mark them to tell me which kind of box I use, because everybody asks me what I use for my covers, and I use boxes. So this one was a Kashi GoLean cereal box. Hey, nothing wrong with upcycling, right? Go green, people. So anyhow, that's what I do. If you have any questions for me, I'm happy to answer them. I hope you like my journal and all its junkiness, but there it is, folks. Hope you guys are having a great night. We'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye.